The news media, social media, and almost any form of mass media has caused such a reactive information overload that it's hard to even believe. There seems to be a lack of boundaries of what's truth and lie. This is Jimi Hendrix, and this is episode 106, Lies and Facts, Facts and Lies, on Empower Your Pattern. Now, that being said, this is not a partisan show. Okay? It just gives you a little bit of flavor of what I was going through in January of 1996. And so we're going to go ahead and go over to Mystical Stadium, and we're going to get this party started. Thank you. Today I want to talk to you about something that is a sensitive subject. You know, this morning, my usual wake-up time is at 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, I got up a little bit earlier than 4 o'clock with what seemed to be an urgent Facebook message from an old friend. Had to do with some kind of program that's out there. Whether or not it's real, I don't know. But I will say this. Back in January 1996, I was in the attempt to write a book called A Sleeping America, about how America has fallen asleep to the social, economic, and moral decline of the country. And so I called my friend Jim Bob because he was almost like a father to me. And he said, "Well, Jimmy, I'm sorry, I can't help you." And I remember that same weekend, that it was that same weekend of my birthday. No, yeah, I think it was. No, it was the same week of my birthday. It was that Friday. And Kevin took me to do some things, and one of the things he said, you know, Jimmy, you shouldn't trust Jim Bob to help you find those sources. He said, you know what? You know this talk show that you and I like so much. He said, I'm going to go ahead and get you, you're already going to be subscribed to the newsletter. He said, it's my birthday gift to you. It's my birthday gift to you. In addition to that newsletter, I got a tape of political parodies. I won't go through the details, but the song at the beginning of the episode is one of those parodies. But now, let me qualify with something, okay? Alright, let me qualify with something. I need you to let me qualify with something that it is very problematic. Ages ago, I think we had a journalistic ethic that was interested in the pursuit of the truth. Maybe back in the 1930s and 1940s. I don't know. Maybe I'm faulty anyway. But I'm going to say this, the past 30 years, I think maybe even a year longer than that. No, the past 31 years, maybe even a year longer than that. I would go to speech class and I would read these journals that talk about, information overload that's going on. And a part of me was like, nah, but there was another part of me that's like, well, yeah. We get to too much information overload, people are going to get stressed. This morning, that's what happened. And with my bipolar and just receiving these notifications and emails and stuff, I see now why most success-driven entrepreneurs leave their phone in another room when they get up in the morning, so that they can focus on what they need to focus on and not waste any time, if you know what I mean. So here's the thing. Here's the thing, and listen to me carefully. The news media and social media, almost any mass media, is having a problem right now distinguishing between the truth and the lie. And let me tell you something. When we've come to a world that can't distinguish between the truth and a lie, then we're going to have a problem as a nation and as a people succeeding. All right? Now, I know that this is something that some people don't want to hear. But it's the honest-to-God truth. All right? Listen to me and pay close attention to what I have to say. I shouldn't have trusted Jim Bob to think he could help me find the sources I need. And I didn't have anybody in my family that had the type of education I needed. Otherwise, that could have been taken care of easy. But, that being said, I'll be honest with you. I think if one of the things maybe I should have done is consulted one of my old professors. And they would have said, Jimmy, check the periodicals, check the journals. Especially about, some of the economic data at the time, Economic data, of course, now at the age of the internet, anything is out there for the taking. Now, for the most part, the academic journals are not accessible to the general public. Those are reserved mainly for universities. Okay? But there were some aspects of the books where all I had to do, I had the training in communications law. All I had to do was, if I had thought about it, crazy Dr. Murchison said don't do it, but I would have done it anyway. Gone to the law library and researched the cases for my book, because some of the stuff would be case studies. But I'll be honest with you. It's a huge problem with this reactive culture when you can't even tell what's the truth and a lie. Now, generally, I'm not a skeptic. But I'll be honest with you, I have been worn down by this reactive culture. Social media especially. I don't watch the news that much, except for the YouTube channel of Point of View Radio, and on occasion, Newsmax TV. Because I have to agree with Kirby Anderson of Point of View Radio. He says, we are in a plugged-in culture. And so, because of the problems in this plugged-in culture, we need to be informed the right way. Right? But that's the problem. I went away to journalism school in the fall of 1994 thinking I was going to get informed. Yeah, right. I don't I don't see that happening in journalism schools. And to be honest with you, I think part of the problem with this reactive culture is this association. Everybody's doing it. If you are associating with idiots and nitwits and numbskulls, you're going to get nitwit and numbskull brain food. But if you find people who are crushing it, doing what you want to do and being what you want to be, then there you go. You're going to get the quality information that you need. But the problem is this. The problem is with so much information out there, it's hard to judge. And because of our dang smartphones and social media and everything, there's so much noise out there that people can't even think straight. In fact, I was very annoyed to receive that message this early in the morning. Well, because, quite frankly, I'm up at 4 a.m. and I like it. I start my hour of power, and my first 20 minutes in the morning, I like it quiet. So I can get still before the Lord. And that's another thing that this nation has forgotten, thanks to how the devil's media has corrupted the difference between truth and lies. I didn't want to say it. And you know something? Of all my friends back then, Kevin was, I gotta be honest with you, I think he came from a more cultured and educated and informed family. Most of my friends back there, except for Keith and Kevin, and maybe some of the people that Kevin hung around, because my buddy Kevin from school, he don't produce junk. Hope you've enjoyed listening to Empower Your Pattern. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Become a part of the Empower Your Pattern citizenry of pattern realm. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dream so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. Do what others don't so you can have what others can. Choose, act, pursue happiness. And